Hello students, I am Chetna Singh, Assistant Professor in CSIT Department at Sagar Institute of Research and Technology, Sage Group, Bhopal. Today we will discussing about the loops in C++. This topic comes in the syllabus of Basic Computer Engineering first semester. So let's start. In loops, in C++ programming, here you can see sometimes there is a need to perform some specific operations again and again, more than once, or we can say n number of times. Loops come into existence or use when we need to repeat or execute some block of statement repeatedly again and again. There are mainly two types of loop. First is entry control loop. In this type of loop, firstly test condition is tested, then we enter in a loop body. For loop and while loop is an example of entry control loop. Other one is exit control loop. In this type of loop, the test condition is tested or evaluated at the end of the loop body. Therefore, the loop body will execute it at least once, irrespective of whether test condition is true or false. Do while loop is example of exit control loop. Here can here you can see the loops, entry control loop and exit control loop. Firstly, we'll discuss about the for loop. In for loop, a loop is repeated control structure. It allows us to write a loop that is executed a specific number of times. The loop enables us to perform a number of steps together in one time. For example, you can see the syntax of for loop. In syntax of for loop, first is initialization expression. For example, we initialize a condition int I equals 0. Other one is test expression. When we know the termination, number of times to repeat a loop, we mention this condition in this text expression. For example, I is less than 5. Update expression, if we perform some kind of increment, then we use the update expression. Yeah, we mention update expression. For example, I plus plus. Then we execute. If condition is true, then we execute body of the loop. Other one is while loop. While studying for loop, we have seen that number of iteration is known beforehand. While loop are used in a situation where we don't know the exact number of iteration of the loop beforehand. Firstly, you can see the structure or syntax of while loop. In while loop, we mention the test expression and we check the test expression. If condition is true, then we execute number of statement written inside the while loop body. Otherwise, we exit from the while loop. Other one is do while loop. In do while loop also, the loop execution is terminated on the basis of test condition. In do while loop, firstly we execute statement once, then we check the while condition. If condition is true, we execute the do statements whenever the condition is true, and if condition is false, we execute it only once. The main difference between a do while loop and while loop is in the do while loop, the condition is tested at the end of loop body. Thank you so much, students. Thank you.